Good evening, everyone. Hope everybody is doing fine. Yes, expertise enhancement classes. So, right at the outset, let me make my disappointment clear. You people of this batch, right? Uh, I'm not at all satisfied with your tests. Not in terms of quality, but in terms of quantity. Not many of you are writing those tests that are supposed to be written. So I'm expressing my disappointment here. And still, time is there, my dear friends. Buckle up because prelims is fast and thick approaching, and with prelims approaching fast and thick, you should be mains ready. Remember, there are just 89 days between prelims, that is on May 25th, 2025, and mains, that is on August 22nd. So I want you to be mains ready, essay ready, so that you can have edge over your competitors. So today's discussion, let us begin with a, very simple thing that I want you to tell. The consistently what I am seeing with those few of you who are writing your essays and other things is that all of you are writing decently, fairly well. But the thing here is that level of outstandingness, that level of command over the essay where wow factor, right, that is little bit missing. So we can actually going to work in the next couple of days over that itself. And before we start getting to work on your expertise enhancement skills, let us do the recap of what UPSC expects from you. So what UPSC expects from you is fairly very simple. I think you all remember this. Candidates may be required to write essays on multiple topics. They will be expected to keep closely to the subject of the essay, to arrange their ideas in an orderly fashion, and to write concisely. And UPSC itself is mentioning here that the credit will be given for effective and exact expression, as simple as that. So credit will be given for effective and exact expression. So now, going ahead, you all know what it means. I'll briefly recap those things. First thing is you have to strictly align yourself with the demand of the essay topic. Ensure that you arrange your ideas in an orderly fashion means that your essay should be structured very well with proper introduction, body, conclusion, and even in the body, the ideas should flow from dimension to dimension. There should be flow in your essay. And as I've told you, no points for beating around the bush. You have to write concisely. And where do you get the credit? For your effective and exact expression. So that is where you earn your credit. So effective expression and exact expression, what they are, I think we have pretty much covered that in the skill enhancement session. So without further ado, let's begin by analyzing the topics from 2014 to 2023. So how and what are the nature of the topics that are asked? Okay, so we will begin with their analysis. So the first is the often repeated topics. The often repeated topics, such as the foremost repeated topic or the theme that has been often repeated is values. So, 8 times in 2014 to 2023, values has been repeated. Next, with respect to leadership and personality development, 7 times. Now, for example, the 2024 topic, I have to update this yet. I have not yet updated it. The If you want to test, nearly all men can stand adversity. If you want to test the true character of a person, then give him power. So this will overlap between and personality development, because this topic combines both values as well as leadership and personality development. Education has been asked 4 times, success 3 times, wisdom 3 times, compassion 3 times, and gratitude, contentment, and change have been asked again 3 times so far. So, why am I giving you this broad themes by doing this analysis is very simple. What we are trying to do here is, now you always ask me, sir, examples we have to prepare, quotes we have to prepare, unique things we have to prepare. So, what are the broad things that I should keep in mind while preparing? So, these are the things, because every year at least one essay topic will be asked on values. Definitely, there are. I know there are n number of values, but values are there that you values means your values that you study in your GS4. Leadership is a recurring theme. Education is a very important recurring theme. Success is a recurring theme. Wisdom is a recurring theme. Compassion is a recurring theme. Gratitude, contentment, and change are the recurring themes. I will give you few more themes and then tell you what you have to do going forward. The additional themes are purpose or meaning in life. So, purpose or meaning in life. Creativity. Like, for example, they had asked the topic uh, creativity or something mundane, magical in mundane. The true purpose of creativity is finding the magical in mundane or something like that. I'm unable to recall the exact quote. Optimism, love, connection or interconnection. Kindly take down these themes in your book. Individuality and identity, freedom, equality, justice, peace, sustainability. So, purpose or meaning, creativity, optimism, love, connection, tradition, individuality, and identity, freedom, equality, justice, peace, and sustainability. For example, sustainability. This year they're given the topic number 1. Forests precedes civilization, deserts succeed them, and that will fall under this sustainability dimension here. Okay, so now what do you, yeah, there are a couple more themes. Okay, take down these themes as well, then I'll come down to it. So, hope, honesty, trust. Take down hope, honesty, trust, respect, accountability, conflict resolution, the relationship between science and ethics, philanthropy. Hope, honesty, trust, respect, accountability, conflict resolution, interrelations between science and ethics, philanthropy. Yeah. Now, what do you have to do with these themes? I'll tell you. Okay, let's pick a theme. Let's take trust as a theme. Now, let's say they give a topic, or trust is the cornerstone in finding any kingdom. I'm just making this up. Okay, trust is the cornerstone in making any kingdom. That is, let's say, topic number 1. Let's say there is one more topic. Trust is one thing without which societies crumble and fracture. So in both this topic, if you see, the trust part is common. The topic may be different, topic may be different, but trust part is there. Now, let's take happiness. Okay, where was happiness? Happiness. Okay, just let's say for the sake of example, let's take happiness. Now, let's say the topic is happiness is the highest good. Okay, this is one topic. Happiness is the highest good. Let's take one more topic which was asked this year. Happiness is not the destination, happiness is the path. Happiness is not the destination, happiness is the path. Now, are those two topics that I mentioned, happiness is the highest good, and next topic, happiness is not the destination, happiness is the path, same or similar? Answer is no. Both are different topics. But the common theme here is happiness. Now, what should I do, sir? Now, happiness I have taken as a theme. What should I do? Should I prepare for the topic? No, definitely don't prepare for the topic, because happiness is the highest good is a different topic. The core meaning of the topic is separate, and happiness is the path. Happiness is not the destination, happiness is the path. Again, core meaning is different, right? But how do you prepare? Examples. Because all your examples, both for happiness is the path, not the destination, as well as happiness is the highest good, are going to be same or very very similar. 80% of the examples are going to overlap. Now, to be very honest with you people, any essay topic I give you, you are cycling around the same examples only, recycling them, recycle. You are the most eco-friendly aspirants ever. You recycle, recycle, recycle. Same things you keep recycling. Same examples. So then you must be wondering, sir, now that they are most eco-friendly aspirants ever, how will this recycling help? I'm not asking you to use those examples that you recycle. So by generating this theme, I want you to generate at least three unique examples, unique quotes, unique anecdotes especially, that can be used as either as hooks for your essay, either as substantiation in the body, or some quotes in conclusion. Some three each. For hope, three quotes, three examples, unique, three hooks, or one or two hooks will also do. There's no upper limit. Now, let's say, sir, for hope I generated this. What should I do? Start using them in your essays. Now, let me tell you here itself that keeping things ready and using them in your essays are completely different. Completely different. I have seen people who have generated unique things, but they do not link it to the topic properly. I have often found myself writing unique but not linked to the topic properly. So again, I am telling, should your anecdotes and examples be unique? Yes. But more important than that, my dear friends, is a very important factor: relevance. First, it should be relevant. Next, it should be unique. So these themes will definitely help you. These themes will definitely help you. provided that you know how to use them. Without using them properly, this may backfire. So you should start using them. Now, you are the author. That's the good part about it. Since you are the author, you can easily and very well link it to the topic. Easily and very well link it to the topic, and that's a awesome thing to do. And trust me, it is very easy. So from here onwards, whatever test you write, full length or mini, everything that you write, unique or not so unique, should be linked to the topic. Very well, very clearly, without any sort of ambiguity, linked to the topic. Alright, so let's do one thing here. Let's do a class exercise, and you have to send the class exercise for this on my Telegram as usual at the rate Fariz Rahman. I think everybody knows that. Generate. I'll not give you the topic. I'm giving the theme here. Okay. Write a hook on tradition. Okay. Are you seeing the tradition here? So on tradition, write a hook. Just one keyword. Tradition should be there. Write a hook on tradition. I'll give you 5 minutes. One paragraph. Write a hook on tradition. Try to be as unique as possible. Time starts now. And once you are done, take a picture of that and send it to me on my Telegram at the rate Fariz Rahman. Last 3 minutes. 3 minutes are done. 3 minutes more to go. Any hook that shows tradition. Come on, hurry up. Last 2 minutes. Come on. If you're done, just send it to me. Okay. A couple of them have sent it to me. I'll be reading out a couple. Okay. So tradition is the inheritance which we as an individual carry. The tradition of saving helpless, the tradition of saving helpless made Jatayu to attempt saving Sita. The tradition of respecting women in the Indian society made the quote "Yat- Yata Nare Pujyate Tata Devate Sama," where women is respected, gods reside there. The philosophy of non-violence makes India a responsible Vishwaguru. Okay, this is a good enough hook here. Okay, so yeah, I'm waiting for a couple more. Though if you have done, just send it. I'll read one more. The tradition is something that has been going on since generation. The tradition is something that is being going on since generation, and tradition is something that defines us and our generations. Traditions can ensure carry forwarding of our carry forwarding of our legacy, because without traditions human beings are like a tree without roots. So without traditions human beings are like a tree without roots. I'll read one more. Let us ask ourselves, what makes a person happy? It is, sorry, is it possesses? But the root cause of happiness is human himself, who are able to look things differently in an optimistic way, thereby generating happiness. Okay, these are three good hooks, right? Decent enough. So now I'm going to send you a topic that includes tradition. So what I want you to do here is write one more paragraph, but link the just the above hook that you have written to the topic that I have given. You did not know the topic, but this was the ready-made content. Let's presume you had made before on tradition. This was just about tradition. Now a topic will be given. Try and write one more paragraph where you are linking the paragraph that you have just written as a hook to the topic that has been given. All right. Yeah, the topic is tradition is a guide, not a jailer. Okay, I've just shared it here. Tradition is a guide, not a jailer. So add a paragraph here, and then link it to the topic. Take a pic and send it to me. Tradition is a guide, not a jailer. So same hook that you had written should be continued and linked it to the topic. Then I will tell you if it's linked well to the topic or no. I think 2 minutes should be sufficient for this. Tradition is a guide, not a jailer. Take 2 minutes, take pick and send it to me. Come on, 2 minutes are almost over. Those who have completed, send it, linking their hook to the journalistic tradition write up of a hook. So you have to link that generalistic write up with tradition is a guide, not a jailer. Come on, 2 minutes are up. Come on, quickly. Don't take that much time. Come on, quickly send me. Okay, I got one. This is the second. This student wrote the second one, the second hook that I had read. Very briefly, I'll recap the second hook. That meant that tradition is like the roots of a tree. Okay, I'll read the second paragraph here. Like the aforementioned analogy, the roots of the tree may be thought of it as a restricting mechanism like a jail. But the thing here is, one should understand the roots guide the tree to stand firm during all storms and sunshines. And hence, since it stands firm during all storms and sunshines, it can survive. So, hence, tradition is a guide, not a jailer. I would say very well written. Okay. Now I will read the third students. Okay. Just to give you a summary of earlier paragraph read, it is like the earlier paragraph human. Okay, just let me read the earlier paragraph. That one which started as let us ask ourselves what makes a person happy, right? So the next paragraph, today we live in a society which is changing at a fast pace, but what really concerning is change in tradition. The name of modernity is tradition being overlooked, or is it a rise of a new tradition which may outperform the previous one? Modernity and tradition needs to be looked interconnectedly rather than as a contradiction. As discussed, tradition needs to be looked as a factor in connection with modernity rather than isolating it in a jail and blaming or trying to put a question mark on it. thereby activating the future path through the lenses of tradition. Is it well linked? Yes, very well linked. I'll read one more. Okay, this is a new student. Okay, I'll read both the paragraphs. I'll read both the paragraphs. The first paragraph, just on tradition. I will never forget the first time I witnessed the Kumbh Mela, where millions of pilgrims gathered on banks of Ganga to take part in centuries old tradition. Afar watching realized that true power lies to connect generations. It's not just about rituals, it was a living tradition, binding past, present, and future in pursuit of spiritual cleansing and renewal. This was the first paragraph just on tradition. Now, the second link. Tradition often seen as a fabric that binds a society together, carries with it many stories, values, wisdoms of our ancestors, shaping who we are and how we navigate to the future. Well linked. Okay, so this is also well linked. So let's finish it up, this exercise with reading the first student one. Okay, just to give a summary here. The student who brought in the quote, where women are respected, gods reside there. Okay, so that one, his second paragraph. Tradition is what an individual carry, but they should act as a promoter, but not as a inhibitor. Jatayu carried the attempt where tradition of helping others guided him, but if it did not mandate him, we need we need to stick on to yatanarye. Okay, the quote is repeated again, but we can go beyond this, bringing gender-centric development to women-led development. Paragraph is not very clear. Okay, paragraph is not uh, very clear, s- but can be linked better to the topic. So I'm not satisfied with this interlink with respect to the topic. Okay, so let's seize the exercises for this section. Others, I'll just have a look when I give you the next exercises and reply to you on Telegram itself. We'll move on to the next one. So clear, right? So you got it what I was trying to do. You have one unique thing. So now is the time to sit and do research. What you can do is, let's say there are 30 themes here that I have given you today. Daily one theme, spend 15 minutes, develop unique things, unique perspectives, unique examples, unique hook, and then when you write your essay, link it to the topic. As simple as that. Because, my dear friends, simply speaking, you are not going to get the time to do this after your prelims exam. In 89 days, 30 days are gone in writing tests only. Value addition will have very less time. And I have always seen it is the essay that gets suffered. Those of you who have given mains before can relate. There's so much to do in optional and GS. You will be like, yeah, essay ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡೋಣ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಚಲ್ತಾ है. No, nahi chalta hai. Essay is very important. It can alter your mains marks drastically. So ensure that, my dear friends, that you have good collection of examples. See, I have given some in the value added material, but the thing here is all of you who are my students have that value added material. Now upon that you have to build on these themes, work on these themes, keep the things ready. It can be quotes, it can be anecdotes, it can be examples, but ensure that they are unique in nature. And as I told you again, before we move on to the next slide, I will repeat it again. Uniqueness matters, but more than uniqueness is the relevance. You may be writing the most unique thing ever, but if at all you fail to connect with the topic, if at all you fail to connect with the topic, it's not relevant. If it's not relevant, no matter how unique it is, we will not be giving you marks. As simple as that. Done. Any doubts in this section, the themes section, before we start with previous year topics analysis? In this section, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Ask me here only in the chat box or in the Telegram. Both are open. So both are open. So ask me here or anywhere in Telegram also or here also. Both are open. Okay. If no doubts in this section, I'll take. We'll continue to the next section. And also, if you have doubts, we can. I will also end the session by taking your doubts as well. That time also. No, no. Themes, keep it straight. Accountability means accountability. Honesty means honesty. Learn to link it. The key here is to learn to link it. Here we are just on those themes, we are writing. We are having an example. We are having a quote. Now it is the onus that lies on the author, that is you, to connect it to the topic. Okay, let's go. Now, kindly open your workbooks and go to the section previous year UPSC mains exam topic. We will be doing analysis. So we will be doing the analysis in a very decent and a very time optimized way. All right, very decent and a very time optimized way. First, we will take little more time, and then as and when we go for the every additional topic, we'll try and reduce the time. Okay, so if you see the first topic that is mentioned there on page number 6, be the change you want to see in others, Mahatma Gandhi's quote. Okay, it's a very old topic. Now, if you can see the template that I have given, theme or keywords. So what is the theme here? Change, right? Change is the uh, theme. So you have to identify that keyword. Change is the key theme here. Be the change you want to see in others. Now, apart from change, what other keywords can be used? Change is the major keyword. Apart from that, making a difference, right? So be the change you want to say in others. It can also be interpreted as making the difference. It can also be interpreted as taking initiative, right? So what you have to do here to be the change you want to see in others is you are taking initiative. So change is the literal keyword that we are deriving from the essay topic. But apart from that, taking initiative or igniting a movement, self reflection and taking action on that. Okay, not just self reflection, but taking action on that. Leading from the front, yes, for being proactive. So this is how you identify being proactive. So these are the related keywords. Why means this can later, if you can, if you can mention these keywords here, you can actually later on generate dimensions using these keywords. This is about the theme or keywords. Okay, so next, let's go to the analysis of this topic. Now, when we analyze this topic, is it an argumentative topic or expository topic? Is it an expository topic, that is or analytical topic, or an argumentative topic? I think all of us can agree it is largely analytical. Couple of counters you can put, but largely analytical. So this is an analytical topic, largely analytical topic. Why means now some of you are not structuring your essay properly, as in for an analytical topic you make it overly argumentative, or for an argumentative topic you make it overly analytical. You need to identify what is the nature of the topic. I think after writing sufficient tests, I hope those of you who have written sufficient tests, I'm still very not satisfied with the test writing habits of yours. So now you have to identify what is the primary nature of the topic. Why? Because the first few dimensions of the body should follow that theme. If it is an analytical or an expository topic, first few dimensions of the body should be analytical, and then you can bring in counter arguments, additional arguments in the second half. If it's an argumentative topic, start the body with arguments, counter arguments, arguments, counter arguments. Analysis, if time permits, bring it at the end. Sometimes the topics are 50-50. 50% analytical, 50% expository. That time you can start either ways. Analytical, or you can start with arguments, counter arguments, analysis later. Or start with analysis, then in the next half, arguments, counter arguments. Okay. Now, this next part I want to work on. In this template that I'm showing you in the PPT, theme or keywords are very easy to generate. Next is you should have that self-awareness of whether it is an expository topic or it is a argumentative topic, because all topics are descriptive topics. As I have told you in the previous skill enhancement classes, any topic, any given topic is a descriptive topic because you can describe about it. But to make the decision of how to structure the essay, you should have that self-awareness of whether it is an analytical topic or it is a argumentative topic. So for all the PYQs in the remaining of the session, we will be trying to decipher whether it is a largely analytical topic, largely argumentative, or 50-50, partly analytical and partly argumentative. See, and also even the most analytical topic, at least one counter argument you can put at the end. Right? One counter argument you can definitely put in the end. But doesn't mean you directly start your body with, yeah, we have, yes, be the change you want to see in others, but unless others change, what's the point? You cannot start your body with that because it is a largely analytical topic. But can you put this somewhere in the second half of the essay? Yes, you most certainly can, and you should. And even the most argumentative topic, you can obviously easily analyze, make the exposition or analysis. And coming to the third aspect, unique dimension. So my dear friends, so this you type it in the chat box itself. Okay, here in the chat box itself, one unique dimension with respect to the topic. Take 90 seconds, okay, and type out the unique dimension in the YouTube chat box itself. One unique dimension which others will not think of. Okay, one unique dimension. Come on, hurry up. Come on, one unique dimension. Hurry up, hurry up. We have a lot of topics to cover today, tomorrow. Okay, one I got, to be the change we wish to see in others. But what if others don't change despite we changing? Okay, I would say it is to an extent unique. Good job, Mr. Talk Simplified. To be the change we wish to see in others. But what if others don't change despite we changing? Good. Others keep coming. Already 90 seconds over, man. In brainstorming, you only get this 90 seconds. You have to train your brain to think. Come on, couple more. Change from within gets reflected outward. Not very unique, this one. Okay, not very unique. Next, I'll give you what I feel, in my opinion, can be unique is change by one person. Can it really make a difference in this world? Change by one person. Can it really make a difference in this world? Couple more I'll read what which students are given. Change is very subjective in nature. What you feel as change cannot be the same for all. Yes, this is a unique one. Okay, subjectivity of change, right? Uh, what is change for me might not be change for others, but a little bit more proper framing. Next, we have no right to expect changes from others. According to Darwin, humans are not most intelligent species, but most adapting one. So better adapt to all views in life and don't impose our views. Beautiful. So far, the most unique dimension is this. Very nicely done. Changing can make a person an outcast. Again, very unique. Good job. Okay. So changing can make a person as an outcast. Let's say you are in a very rigid society. If you change, if you modernize, then they may outcast you. But no better example than the Khap Panchayats. Next. This change need not always be due to expectations we have from others, but just to be a better version of ourselves. Not very unique, but decent enough. All right. So good job. Let's go to the next topic. With great power comes greater responsibility. Okay. So theme and keywords, you do it. Okay. Theme and keywords, you do it. Now, with respect to the analysis, so the topic is almost analytical with scope for arguments as well. So it is, I would say, if putting in a ratio, it is 70% analytical, 30% argumentative, because we can easily counter this. Okay, so it's analytical, largely analytical, but also argumentative. This is the analysis of the topic. Theme or keywords, you do it at the home. Now, write a unique dimension for this. It's both analytical and argumentative, largely analytical, but argumentative as well. Give me a unique dimension. Come on, quickly. Now, just keep typing. Don't think much because we have a lot of topics to cover. Come on, hurry up. You have to take less time. You have to train your brain to think in constraints. Power, which everyone aspires for by seeing one side of the coin, but may not realize the truest other side of the coin, that is responsibility. Very nicely done, Sunindra. Okay. This is a unique dimension. With great power also comes great criticism. Nelson Mandela, despite was greatly responsible, but his party is also greatly criticized for gaining votes merely on his name than work. Good enough. Okay. Great, with great power also comes great criticism. Not very, very unique, but still good enough. Yeah, my perspective here is, I would say, definitely power and responsibility go hand in hand, but with greater responsibility comes even higher accountability, because without accountability, power can quickly become despotic. So I say power and responsibility go hand in hand, but with greater responsibility also comes higher accountability, without which power can quickly become despotic. Couple more by my students before we move on to the next one. Those who have finished this can already start doing this. You have the workbook, right? You know the next topic. Okay, so that will help you save time, both yours and mine. Taking responsibility, even without having power, is very much required in the present modern world. So, a counter of sorts. Taking responsibility, even in the absence of power, will is very much required. Good enough. Change. Okay, this is the previous topic. Power and responsibility are not different, but it's a nexus. Only responsible people can be powerful, and real power is only responsible people can be powerful, and real power always shown in caring and being responsible. It is to a good extent unique, but I would like to see this phrased differently, Varun, because uh, only responsible people can be powerful. That's not a universal statement. Irresponsible people also become powerful at times. So just change that or remove that only part. Last one for this topic. The past situations of individual who fought to attain a power has to act responsibility and has to act responsibly without affecting the actions and his conduct. So good enough. The past situations of an individual who has fought to attain a power has to act responsibly without affecting the actions and his conduct. Okay, good enough. Good job. Let's go to the next topic. Words are sharper than a two-edged sword. So analysis of this topic, very simple, right? So words are sharper than a two-edged sword, largely analytical. How the words are sharper than a sword, what damage can they do? They can cut inside, they can cut outside, right? They can harm you. So give me unique dimensions in this. Come on, quickly. What is unique? So unique in this dimension. Words, in the world of social media, where every word you speak on it can create tremors in the real world, speakers in leaders positions must observe when it comes to society to international relations. Ordinary dimension only, not as unique as your previous one, Sunindra. Others, come on. Okay, before others tell, okay, one more I got. Words heal not only slay. Who can forget the speech of Pandit Nehru's tryst with the destiny? And who can forget the words of preamble? We, the people of India. Very beautiful, very, very well done. Okay, so very, very well done. Good job. Okay, if you ask for my 2 cents, here are my 2 cents. Words are definitely powerful and definitely harmful, but ultimately the harm is done by the actions. Words can cut both ways, but actions can decimate. So I'm telling, words are also powerful, but it ultimately comes down to the actions. Words can also do damage. They can just cut, but actions can decimate, completely annihilate. That is my this thing. Words are nothing without action, and words are not precise without whetstones. Link it better to the topic. Okay, similar to the lines that I also said, but link it better to the topic. All right, couple more here, and then we will move on to the next topic. Come on, be quick. Or let's do one thing. Let's keep it three students per topic. I'll read out only three students comments per topic. Otherwise, it will take forever. Okay, so one last here, and after from next topic, we will just read out three students. Words work wonders. Words will not only Words are not only for destructions but also for constructions. Example, Swami Vivekananda's speech, my dear brothers and sisters. Okay, so let's go to the next topic. Others, you, I'll read up to your next. Lending hands to someone is better than giving a dole. Lending hands to someone is better than giving out a dole. Again, it is 80% analytical, but still valid counter arguments are there. At least two counter arguments or three counter arguments you can generate, saying that sometimes dole is better, right? Sometimes dole is better. So like that, one or two dimensions you can write, but again, largely a analytical topic. So this topic again, if we have to talk about the theme words: empower somebody, capable capabilities, or increasing the capabilities of people, altruism, charity. So all these will be the keywords. So unique dimensions I'm waiting on. Three students per topic. So others who could not get a chance to be read last time, be quick here. Dole is giving fishermen a fish for the day, but empowering people is teaching them how to fish. Quite ordinary dimension, Varun. Okay, need more uniqueness. Giving dole makes people to lend hand and also makes people to realize that we are also responsible. India gave a dole of Vasudeva Kutumbakam, which made the people of the world realize whole world is a one family. So the argument is very nice. Giving dole makes people to lend hand and also makes people to realize that we are also responsible. But the example is not that great. Dole or lending hand both depends on the goodness of the giver. Helping for publicity, like in COVID, is worse than donating money as anonymous. Fair enough, but none of you could come up with something that is mind blowing. Okay, so I'll give my 2 cents. So if I have to write something unique for this dimension, is very simple. So whether we give or lend hands or give out a dole, our idea should be the the outcome wherein the people get empowered and they can pay it forward, thereby creating a virtuous cycle. So whether you give a doll or whether you offer a lending hand, we should empower people. And how should we empower people? So that they can pay it forward. Pay it forward means it's a concept and which creates a virtuous cycle. Let's say I helped you, but somewhere in future, it's not that I will need your help, but you see somebody in a situation that you were in when I helped you. So you help that person. That's called as paying it forward. For example, a stranger helped you someday, somewhere, and you will probably never meet that stranger ever again. But you could be that helping stranger to somebody else who is in distress, and that is called as paying it forward. So what I'm saying is, if we can make people paid forward, it creates a virtual cycle of goodness. Okay, so let's go to the next topic. So I think you're taking time to type it out. So what we will do is we'll take four topics together. Like in the next page, there are four topics, right? In page number 7. So 2 minutes per topic. Okay, 2 minutes per topic. Write unique dimension and take a pic and send it to me. That will be better. So time starts now. 8 minutes. Next four topics. Okay, let's make it 7 minutes. Let's make it a little time crunched. Okay, let me train you to work in a adverse condition where time is running out. So 7 minutes, four topics, and each topic should have one unique dimension. Take a pic and send it to me. All right, so time starts now. Come on, do it fast, do it quick. Train your brain to think uniquely. Okay, so that's the point of these sessions now. How to be unique, how to be better than the others, how to get those 4 to 5 marks gap between you and your competitors. Sometimes it can be 5 to 10 marks. Come on, hurry up, hurry up. 2.5 minutes over. Come on. 4.5 minutes to go. Come on. Hurry up. come on, keep going. 4 minutes over, 4 minutes over. Come on, 3 more minutes. You have to keep going, guys. Think uniquely. I want you to think very uniquely. Always remember, uniqueness always makes you to stand out. At least a couple of dimensions in your essay should be unique. But the thing here is, this comes with practice. And the thing here is, you are now well versed to generate uh, routine dimensions, but now it's time to step it up a notch. Take to the next gear. 6 minutes are done. Last minute, if somebody is done, can take a pic and send it to me. Okay. For the first topic, okay, I'll read a couple. Quick and steady should also be consistent. Efforts being quick does not indicate being strong. If you see the last, I'm quite unable to make sense of this handwriting. So the gist of it is, quick and steady should also be consistent. Okay, so yeah, decent enough. Then the next, with respect to the character one, character of an individual is also reflected in the institution. Jinnah made his Western values getting influenced in democratic setup of Pakistan, is it? Not sure. Better handwriting needed here, my dear friend. Okay, I know you are running against time, but still, education, even if okay, let's go like this. Topic, we will do it topic wise, okay, so that it's clarity. So first, I'll start with quick but steady wins the race. Okay, so quick but steady wins the race. One more is there. Quick but steady wins the race because it balances momentum with consistency. Rushing leads to mistakes. Slow and steady ensures focus, careful decision, and lasting success through perseverance and determination. This is a good enough hook. Okay. If at all you ask my 2 cents on it, right? So it would be, sometimes life needs a bit of turbulence, right? You have to be quick and steady, but sometimes we need a turbulence to shake things around to get a new perspective. So my 2 cents would be like, with respect to the need of turbulence occasionally in life. And also, this is a topic that is partly argumentative and partly analytical or expository, 50-50. Okay, so partly argumentative and partly expository. Couple more on this topic. The final outcome is to achieve the goal, but the one who crossed the barriers that came across and learn from each barrier to pass the next upcoming barrier with preparedness. So Talking about preparedness, good, unique. Okay. One more before we go on to the next topic. Quick and steady wins the race, but not without learning from the previous experience of slow and unstable. Similar to the previous unique dimension that I wrote, so well written. So let me read for the next one. Character of an institution is reflected in its leader. So this is largely analytical. I think that everybody is clear of largely analytical, but yes, counter arguments are possible. So 80-20, 80% analytical, 20% argumentative. Character of an institution is reflected on the purpose it was formed for rather than in its leader. Is it unique? Almost, but not very thought-provokingly unique. The next one, character of this. One more. Character of an institution is shaped by its leader as their integrity, vision, and action, which influences its culture, principle, and direction. Not very unique, almost ordinary. Next, people see what they like to see. So, unless they see the correct lens, they won't be able to see the good traits and things around. But the thing here is, this is decently written, but it's not linked to the topic very properly. Okay, so I'm not very satisfied. Any other, not very satisfied with what you have written so far. Okay, my 2 cents on this topic, which is both largely analytical and little bit argumentative, is any institution is built upon by the collective efforts, because ultimately it's the collective efforts that determine the outcome and the direction of the institution. Though leaders play a very important part in imbibing their characteristics to the institution, but unless accepted by the collective employees or collective stakeholders, leaders' vision will remain as a vision and not transform into the characteristic of the institution. So what I'm saying is, unless people put collective efforts to build the character of the institution, leaders' vision, both it can be either negative or positive, will remain a vision itself. Okay, so that's about that. Okay, let me go for the next one. The next one is just, where did it go? Yeah, the next one is work. Education without values, as useful as it is, make seems rather to make a man more clever devil. So as I told you, values is an often a repeated theme. So education without values, as useful as it seems, rather to make a man more cleverer devil. So let's see. Education unified. What is this word? Okay, I'm unable to make sense, so I'm going to assume. Education blended with values also makes humanity churn the nectar of humanity during Samudra Manthan. Okay, not very impactful. Let's go to the next one. The knowledge of innovation and exploration, which is unique, if it is in the hands of individuals who barely act without values, can impact destructively. And the innocent people pay the price for it. Okay, okay. Education without values sharpens the mind but leaves the soul empty, turning intelligence into a weapon for harm. True education empowers, integrates wisdom, guiding intellect towards positive ethical action. Good. This I'm satisfied with. One more. Education without values is as useless as values without education, where the values do not get the means to be carried forward. This is a very uniquely written dimension. Education without values is as useless as values without education, where the values do not get the means to be carried forward. Okay, so and largely the topic is analytical. Okay, analytical and little bit of exposition. So largely analytical, but sorry, largely analytical, little bit of argumentative. Okay, and with respect to that, okay, one more unique dimension which I can add is sometimes, sometimes education and values go in a detached manner, and sometimes that may be a blessing in disguise, because too many idealistic values will make us less efficient. So what I'm saying is too many idealistic values make us less efficient. Okay, so that is my 2 cents on that. Let's go to the next topic. Need brings greed. If greed increases, it spoils breed. Fairly a straightforward topic. Need brings greed. If greed increases, it spoils breed. Okay, so let me read a couple. Greed blurs the line between needs and wants, making the poor poorer. Okay, not a very unique one. I could have done a little better here. Next, the evolution of technology, where it started with need, but it took a path of greed, where it acquired the many destructive ways and spoils the future of generations. For example, in the beginning, IT sector where data is required in a paramount way, but it came to a situation where data alone stood to start a war between two countries. Let me be specific as to which two countries you are talking about. Okay, so yeah, decent enough, but not very unique. Okay, one last one. Need drives progress, but unchecked greed grabs it. When desire exceeds necessity, it fosters selfishness and exploitation, leading to a cycle of dissatisfaction that ultimately harms the relationship and the society. It's a very well written, very well structured argument. Okay, it's a good one. You would say almost unique there. So this is with respect to the that aspect of uniqueness. My 2 cents on that would be, so need and greed, okay, can create a long-lasting chakravyuh or a vicious cycle where you are stuck between wanting and wanting more, and that can lead to the annihilation of the entire planet. Okay, so that can lead to annihilation of entire planet. As I told you, this is like analytical as well as argumentative. 60-40 or 70-30, you can say, analytical as well as argumentative. So let's go to the next four. Next four, again, 7 minutes. Okay, next four topics, 7 minutes. Be very quick. Take a pic once you're done and send it to me. Write little neatly, guys. Okay, so time starts now. Joy is the simplest form of gratitude. We may brave human laws but cannot resist natural laws. A good life is the one inspired by love and guided by knowledge. Fourth one, customary morality cannot be a guide to modern life. Come on, hurry up. 2 minutes are done. Five minutes are done. Last 2 minutes. Come on, hurry up. Come on, come on. Send your unique dimensions. Time is almost up. Last 10 seconds. Those are sent. I'll start reading yours. Others also send. Joy is the simplest form of gratitude. Let's study about that. Let's see what you have generated. Joy reflects gratitude in purest form, unspoken appreciation, and immediate heartfelt response to the gift of life, transcending words, nurturing inner peace. It's impactfully written, but I feel it's a very routine or an ordinary dimension, not very like unique or anything per se. Okay, so is it a impactfully written statement? Yes, but is it unique? Not very much. Okay, so others, let me have a look. Gratitude need not be expressed in words always. It is the inner joy among the individuals that also reflects gratitude. Yeah, this is a very unique dimension. Now, could it have been written impactfully? Yes. So I'll read it again, and then I'll tell you how to phrase this more impactfully. Gratitude need not be expressed in words always. It is the inner joy among the individuals that also reflects gratitude. So to phrase it better, right? So gratitude can not always be seen in the extrinsic joy, but sometimes the inner joy itself is a reflection and acknowledgement of gratitude. Okay, so the first one which I read it before was impactfully written but lacked uniqueness. This one is unique but does not have that much impact. Joy, which we most of us cry for and seek for in pursuing bigger things, but we tend to forget its truest nature in the simplest acts of gratitude to to the beings besides us. Not that unique, okay, not very unique. I'll read one more. Happiness radiates towards others, bringing them from dark to light, which is the simplest yet greater form of gratitude. Could have been again expressed more better, more impactfully, right? So not again very satisfied. Now, what I would do here, my 2 cents is sometimes just by being grateful, you can definitely lead to joy. But if we see it, joy and gratitude, there is a very fine line between the two. They are almost as if they are the same. Okay, I'm telling, joy and gratitude has a very fine line. Yes, there are two different emotions, but for me, my perspective, you see, they're almost like the same here. So let's go to the next topic here. Next topic is we may brave human laws, but cannot resist natural law. Nature's okay, we may brave human laws, but cannot resist natural laws. Nature laws are rigid and leads to perpetuity, perpetuity of nature, while human laws act as obstacles to this perpetuating actions. So not very clear here. So I did not quite get what it is and needs little bit better handwriting. So let's go to the next student. Constitutions, rules of laws are self-created to guide individuals, which may be overlooked. But coexistence and evolution are the ones that last longer. Yeah, well written. Okay, unique also. So good job here. The consequences of actions can be measured and evaluated by the laws that human made in the modern state. But one cannot go against natural laws in evaluating consequences by masking the natural law over human made laws. Again, very nicely done. Okay, so good job. All right. So if my 2 cents are asked, okay, this can this will be my 2 cents here. Now there are laws that are made by humans, and then there are laws that are made by nature. But ultimately, it's the truth. It is a universal truth that the natural law will prevail over human-made laws. So hence, human beings should strive to make their laws more compatible, more in sync with the natural laws, so that we can survive and thrive together. So I'm talking about coming at a consonance with the natural laws. Let's go for the next topic, which is a good life is one inspired by love and guided by knowledge. A good life is one that is guided by love and inspired by knowledge. And the nature of topics, joy's simplest form of gratitude is largely analytical and slightly argumentative. We may brave human laws but cannot resist natural laws. 60% analytical, 40% argumentative. You can very easily counter this. So 60-40, 60% analytical, 40% argumentative. Next is a good life is one inspired by love and guided by knowledge. Okay, so let's read what you people have sent me. The character of an individual, which is typically involved both intrinsic and extrinsic parameters, in a way that knowledge guide to act objectively and rationally, whereas love guide to impact and act psychologically in a way of affection. Not much clarity in your writing. Next, let's go. In a world filled with a toxic atmosphere, nature activists like Greta Thunberg are leading a good life, loving the nature, and having knowledge about our mistakes towards the planet Earth. Not satisfied again. So, yeah, okay. Since nobody sent, so I'll give you my 2 cents here. Okay, let's see. One more student has sent here. So let me read. Love and knowledge can be guardrails to a good life, but not knowing a difference from which one to inspire from and guide from based on situations to situations can be a true path towards bad life, which we might not even dream in our dreams. So let me read it again. Love and knowledge can be guardrails to a good life, but not knowing the difference from which one to inspire from and guide from based on situations to situations can be a true path towards bad life, which we might not even dream in our dreams. So this is a very uniquely written dimension, because unless we know what is what, it can actually backfire massively. Could have been written little more impactfully, but the thing here is the message, that idea is right. Probably a little bit, a minute more something. Could have been written very well, right? So on the same lines, if at all asking my 2 cents. Now, the topic talks about a good life. Now, the life is subjective. For a materialistic, making the maximum amount of wealth is good. For a non-materialistic, having no possessions in good. For a person who is not open to love, Being alone itself or self-love is good. So subjectivity. So there is subjective as what to good. Yes, love and knowledge are two essential core values that we need, and they should go in harmony with each other. But but what is good is subjective. For a person who is seeking salvation might solely focus on the knowledge, and for a person who is just seeking, or for a person who is seeking the salvation of others, will be only focused on love. For a person who is seeking salvation of himself is only focused on knowledge. For a person who is solely focused on salvation of others, for him the love will be the path. We can give the example of Hinayana and Mahayana here. Okay, so let's go for the next topic here. Customary morality cannot be guide to modern life. Customary morality rooted in tradition may not adapt to today's complex society. Modern life demands flexible yet ethical framework responding to evolving values, technologies, and global connectedness beyond rigid historical norms. Decent enough, I would say, but not like very unique. Customary morality cannot be a guide to modern life. Okay, sorry, this is the topic. The next, modern life, which involves the evolved nature of human beings from simple to complex. So, the simple, customary, traditional morality, which revolves around which revolves around basic moral values, cannot be a guiding agent to modern life, which requires applied moral values. So, this is very unique, talking about applied moral values. Okay, let's read one more before I give my 2 cents. Evolving nature of the society makes some customary morals redundant, making making it a lesser guide to modern life. Okay, no, okay, not very unique, not ununique also, somewhere there, but not quite there yet. My 2 cents. Sometimes customary morality can offer simple and straightforward solutions to complex modern day problems. So, what I'm telling is sort of a counter here. Customary morality can sometimes, so I'm phrasing it as sometimes, offer simple and straightforward solutions to complex modern day problems. Now, you must be thinking, how will I justify it? I'll give the example of sacred groves. Right? Sacred groves is part of customary morality of the tribals, but they are a very unique case study with respect to the sustainability and the climate change aspects that we are facing. It's a modern day problem. Sometimes they offer very simple and straightforward solutions. So let's do the next set here. Okay. So we will do the next set. We will do the last 8 topics for today. Today we'll just do 8 topics, this four and next four, and then continue the next one tomorrow. So go. Time starts now. The topics that are given on page number 9. Time starts now. 7 minutes again. Come on, hurry up. I want you to learn. Right, let's time is up. Those of you who have sent, come on, send soon. Those of you who have written, send soon. The first topic is the past is a permanent dimension of human consciousness and values. Again, the topic is largely analytical in nature and little bit argumentative, slightly. Okay, so little bit argumentative, but largely analytical in nature. And 70-30, 70% analytical, 30% expository. Okay, so those of you who have written, let's see. Sometimes people forget what values they learned in past, but just remember what keeps on hurting them, which is not only self-destructing but harms the society at large. Okay, so to an extent, I can agree. Okay, so good job. Next, the psychology of human thinking, where it keeps on thinking about the past consequences one has come across, may sometimes yields a better way to lead a life to learn from it. And also, also it acts negatively where one is repeating his past mistakes in future. All right. Okay. To an extent, I can agree that it is unique. Last one from my students: valuing the principles and privileges must go. I think this is a different topic. I think that is the next topic. I'll come to it. This thing. So for this one, the the so-called past is just an experience of many, but it is the present times and conditions that dictate correct dimensions of values and collective conscience. This is the best of the three. The I'll read it again. The so very unique also. The so-called past, he's saying so-called past, is just a experience of many, but it is the present times and conditions that dictate the correct dimensions of values and a collective conscience. So yeah, good enough. My 2 cents on it is very simple. The topic is past is the permanent dimensions of human consciousness and values is. So what I'm going to bring in is the concept, like here saying that past though permanent, but in present times we may suffer with historical amnesia, where we forget our core values, our roots, and everything that we may have learnt in the past. So I'm bringing this concept of historical amnesia, where we forget our core values, roots, and everything that we might have learnt in the past. Example: current relationship between India and Bangladesh. Now, India played a very important part in the liberation of Bangladesh. We went to war for them, and now what is happening? Because of the change in regime, things have changed. They forget about us. They are not even acknowledging the sacrifice made by their founding father, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. So historical, that's called as historical amnesia. Okay, let's go to the next one. A people that values its privileges above its principles loses both. A very interesting topic, and largely analytical, 80-90% analytical, little bit argumentative. Valuing the principles and privileges must go in a relativistic method instead of valuing only one at the cost of the other all the time may not be advantageous and rightful approach. This is sort of unique, but I'll rephrase it. I'll read it again and rephrase. Valuing the principles and privileges must go in a relativistic method instead of valuing only one at the cost of the other all the time may not be advantageous and a rightful approach. So I will just tell you, val values and its or privileges must go hand in hand because we need both from time to time. We cannot lead a life just on the basis of principles, ignoring privileges, or chasing too much privileges. We will lose our principles or values. So phrasing it better. One more, form and substances are both connected and go hand in hand, but overlooking at available form in the form of privileges will lead to erosion of love, which is unseen, thereby ultimate destruction. Could not make much sense here. They could not make much sense. Any other? Okay, one more. Principles and values are like two directions, which gives us a moral compass. But we need privileges to walk on it. And with these privileges, we can abide by the both what is it? Both principles. No, this is not making much sense. So I'll give my 2 cents on it. So the topic is very simple, right? It's an analytical topic. A people that values its privileges above its principle loses both. That means our principle should always be firm. Now, at times, whatever principles we have, that will lead us to a path where we may achieve certain privileges. But there are at times gray areas where one is not able to understand what is a principle and what is a privilege because both are interconnected. So, what I'm telling is there will be gray areas that we may not be able to relate because we are not understanding what is a privilege and what is a principle. And to substantiate it, we have the take the case of Jallikattu practice. Is it a matter of principle or is it a matter of privilege? Or is it a matter of principle turned privilege? Question mark. Okay, is it a matter of principle turned privilege? Question mark. So the gray areas, we don't know what is exactly the principle here and what is a privilege. Okay, let's go to the next topic. Reality does not conform to the ideal but confirms it. I know it's a slightly complicated topic. Reality does not conform, conform, conform to the ideal but confirms it. Again, 60-40, 60% analytical, 40% argumentative, or it can also be 50-50 also. Okay, partly analytical and partly argumentative. Let me go read some dimensions which you people have sent. Reality is like a mirror to our own life, which clearly states what the present circumstances rather than what it ought to be. So, not that unique here. Okay, so it talks about showing the mirror. Okay, and it shows us what exactly is there. Okay, so not that unique. Let's read one more. Reality and ideal are not dichotomous to each other, which we generally prefix in our minds. But sometimes reality can conform, CONFORM, confirm, CONFIRM, and guide the ideal aspects of our life. Very beautifully written. Okay, very unique. Okay, reality and ideal are not dichotomous to each other, which we generally prefix in our minds. But at times, reality can conform, CONFORM, confirm, CONFIRM, and guide the ideal aspects of life. Very beautifully written. And with respect to like me, if you have to talk now, The ideal can always be the guiding star here. So ideal can be used as a guiding star or a north star, which you can always aspire to be, or which you can aspire a reality to be. Sometimes conforming it, CONFORM, and sometimes confirming it. And whenever there is a divergence, the ideal should act as the guiding light or the north star. Whenever there is divergence, let this ideal act as the guiding force, guiding light, or the north star. There are n number of examples to environmental ethics, to AI based ethics. Okay, so you can give that here. Uh, the next one is a easier one. Wisdom finds truth. Okay, wisdom finds truth. Let me read a couple. Today's truth has many versions attached to it, similar to Anekantavada. Similar to Anekantavada of Jainism. It is the wisdom of realization that finds truth. Good. Okay. Well written. To an extent, unique. Wisdom and truth are two sides of the coin. Guys, come on. Just because I have used the two sides of the coin, you cannot apply it universally. Okay. So, how can wisdom and truth be two sides of the same coin? Like don't deliberately use analogies where it does not fall into place. Wisdom can act as both starting point and end point in the process of finding the truth. Very beautiful again. Okay, wisdom can act as both the starting point and add point uh, in the process of finding the truth. Okay, so my two cents, very simple. Wisdom will definitely help you find the truth, right? So wisdom will definitely help you find the truth. But after finding the truth, are you wise enough to gather the courage to act upon that truth? So I repeat, wisdom will definitely help you find the truth. But after finding the truth, are you wise enough to develop courage to act on the truth? Again, one more question mark there. All right. So the last set for the day. Okay, page number 10. So we'll do it little differently here. So we'll do it little differently. Write unique dimensions. That is 7 minutes. After writing unique dimensions for any of the one topic, write a hook, unique hook, right? So there is values are not what humanity is, but what humanity ought to be. Best for an individual is not necessarily best for the society. Courage to accept, dedication to improve are the two keys to success. Okay, life is a long journey between being between human being and being human. All four are relatively easy topics. Unique dimensions, one. Okay, 7 minutes for that, and continuous. After that, continue. Take I think 5 more minutes and write a hook for any of the one hook for any of the four topics. So 12 minutes. You should be writing four unique dimensions and one hook. Okay, so I'll see you after 12 minutes and your time starts now. 12 minutes. Four unique dimensions for the topics on page number 19. Sorry, page number 10. Sorry, page number 10. And one hook for any of the four topics on page number 10. Come on, I want all of you to finish. Come on, time almost up. Those of those of you who are done, send it to me. I'll read a few and then I'll read the best hook. Let's see who has given the best hook. With respect to the values, values are not what humanity is, but what humanity ought to be. Values are results of progress of human society, which has not only considered the dimensions of past and future, but also that of present. So the thing here is it can be rephrased a bit. Okay, I'll rephrase it a bit. So values, I'll read it again. Values are results of progress of human society, which has not only considered the dimensions of past and future, but also that of present. So how can you rephrase it, right? Bring in that aspect, more aspect of humanity. Values are a result of progress of human society by ensuring the survival of humanity by interlinking past and the future with the present, by constantly learning from the past and constantly getting inspired by an idealistic future. Okay, that would be better. Apart from that, okay, one more. Values always act as a guiding light, but the real problem comes when they are not reflected in the behavior of the people. Simply knowing and possessing values is useless without its proper implementation and use. Okay, good enough. Good job. The reflection and expression of values from humanity is what we can see over the years. But the real expression of those values can be seen when humanity is expressed at the utmost reflection of those values. Very brilliantly written. Good job. Good job. Very brilliantly written. Okay. So let's go to the next one. Best for an individual is not necessarily best for the society. Best for an individual can result in the best for society if every individual thinks of other individual but not for himself. Not very unique per se. Okay, not very unique. One more I'll read. During the churning of Ganga in Samudra Manthan, the nectar was the best interest for asuras, but indeed they were not best for the society, which ultimately could have devastating impact. See, examples can come later, but I'm more interested in the argument. Examples can come later. Okay, so not very satisfied. Now, my unique perspective here with respect to this one, best for an individual is not best for the society, is very simple. Tragedy of commons. So are you all aware with this aspect of tragedy of commons? Now what it says is very simple. Resources we are all sharing, right? Because we have limited resources, and the more we share, the more they get depleted. So that means, so the best for the society is not best for an individual. The point I'm trying to arrive is best for the society is not best for an individual, because the tragedy of commons says that the more we use the resources, the more it gets depleted, collectively or individually. So that's about it. Okay, so let's go to the next topic. Next topic is very simple. We'll go to the last one. Life is a long journey between between human being and being human. Okay, let's see a couple and then I'll read a couple of books. not many of you have written that. Okay, then I'll just give you my unique perspective. Sometimes it doesn't have to be a long journey, it can be a short journey. That means the sooner you realize what it requires to be being human, what humanity is, how can we improve ourselves, how can we be a better human being, what values, what virtues should we take, that's time a human being transforms into being humane. And it can be actually a short journey, and but for some others it can be a never ending journey. It requires that emotional aptitude, emotional intelligence, the compassion in the heart, the size of the journey. Sometimes it's short, sometimes it's never ending. Okay, so I'll read a couple of unique hooks, and then we can sort it out. So hooks, just let me read. In today's complex world, the term interest, whether it is self interest or society interest, plays a crucial role where it is affected positively and negatively to the humanity. The positive part there, with the national interest, the citizens live happily, but with the same national interest, other part, citizens live unhappily. For example, today's Israel-Palestinian conflict, due to regional instability, the common lives, including children's, were affected badly. Okay. So I'm assuming this is with respect to that topic, where best for an individual it is not necessarily best for the society. In this context, best for an individual is not necessarily best for the society. I'm not very well expressed and in the given topics context. Okay, so can be much better. Okay, one more hook before we wrap up today's session. Okay, this is in context of which topic? Life is a long journey between human being and being humane. Angulimala was a robber and a dacoit who was definitely a human being but did not have any values of honesty and integrity until he met the divine form of Buddha. And upon meeting him, he realized his mistakes, accepted, and took on a path of self introspection, and resulted in him being humane. Decent enough, but nothing very unique about that. All right. So, not satisfied with your hooks so far. One last I'll read. Again, this is with respect to best for an individual is not best for the society. During Rama's Vanvas, the whole society across Ayodhya went through tears, apart from Kaikeyi. Rama's exile was in best interest of Kaikeyi being an individual, but not in the best interest of a society. Okay, okay, I would say again, not a very impactful one. Okay, so okay at the best. All right, so that's about it for the today's session. Tomorrow we'll finish off this analysis to a great deal. Once we are done with the analysis, we'll start with the various aspects of brainstorming exercise number 2, and then we have to start persuasion and how to generate more persuasion in your style of writing, what to do, what not to do, and that will be the agenda for tomorrow's session, right? If you have any doubts with respect to today's session, you can ask now. So today's session, if you have any doubts, okay, you can ask now. All right, if no doubt, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Same time, 6 to 8:30 p.m. and we will go forward. And after that, we'll have just one more session. We may not require 2.5 hours on the final session. We will see. Okay, that how much ever time we require, and that should take care of your things with respect to the persuasion and the final aspect of refinement in your essay writing. But guys, as I have always told you, ultimately, ultimately it's about your practice. If you don't practice whatever we are doing today, no, see, today we practiced writing uniquely. Tomorrow we'll further do it. But let's say you don't work upon that after tomorrow, you again directly take it after next prelims. What is the point? Question mark. So ensure that you practice upon what we have built. Okay, because you cannot come to me in last week of May or first week of June saying that, sir, I'm very rusty, I'm not doing anything, I've lost all the skills that I have, or my skills have become rusty. Because if you do so, the only person to blame then will be yourself. So I'm telling again, I started the session with this, I'm ending today's session with this. Practice while time is there. Otherwise, you will regret. Now time is there, later it might not be there. All right. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care and have a good night. Bye bye.